Is that you? Angel of Death.
Ow.
Oh, yeah, with the gray.
I hit my head against the wall. Hold on, I'm on my way.
Oh, no worries.
Hello.
Oh, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Nice to see you're back.
Yeah, so what brings this urgent little meeting?
Well, yesterday I have. Wait, hold on. I'm getting rid of my particles because they're annoying me. Hold on.
Oh, I feel
There
that
we
way
go.
sometimes, yeah.
Dude,
Honestly,
I hate
I'll do
it.
the same thing. I'll do
Yeah,
the
you
same
do the
thing.
same thing. You do the same thing. Okay, so yesterday I have some questions over why you did what you did.
Well, it seemed like a simple enough thing. Ross there at level 100 on her big day of the ball lost a life.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
I think it was much easier to just give up one of my lives to keep Ross happy. Well, doesn't totally fix it, but helps a little bit with longevity.
Yeah, but now I feel like you're constantly dying.
But look at me, still doing pretty well.
I know. Well, yeah, you are a totem, so it's not like it's out of the question, but it's just got me thinking because you so easily offer up your life.
Um,
What it's not like it's an abnormal thing to do. I mean, I've done similar in the past. I've given Becky one of my lives. I mean, Ross has had one of my lives too in the past after I died to one of the keepers. And I was just curious I mean, what is your relationship with your lives? How do you give them out so carelessly?
well, right now I think the biggest thing when it comes to the realm here is levels. And I'm kind of past the whole getting top level or grinding out levels. And if I happen to reset again, I'll try to get some back, of course. There's a definite benefits with it all. But I think kind of just that natural handicap of not caring about that as much makes it easier to make these decisions to throw out lives.
Not caring about the levels or not caring about
Oh.
it's a weird one. It's as if like okay, so you've died probably the most that I've seen.
Really?
Like, well, yeah, you continuously die and yet you come back unaffected, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Which is obviously poetry in itself, I suppose, because you, no matter what, you're able to give your life so carelessly and then come back the exact same.
Yeah, it's a fun little benefit.
It is a fun little benefit, but like, after a time, does it not scramble your brain? I mean,
Well,
it's so because everyone else I guess you see everybody freaking out about losing a life, and yet you're over here going, "Yes, take me now."
funny
And
enough,
like,
I tried to give up
yeah.
both my lives yesterday, one to Ross and one to Pilly, but
Both?
apparently Pilly's life was already signed, sealed, delivered, gone. So they said no to that.
Oh.
Which I don't know exactly what that means, but the only thing I took from it was there was no giving a life back for the time being.
Huh. So, huh. They've both
I
been killed by the keepers, it seems. And both also given a life to Ross, which is kind of crazy.
well,
But
I don't know.
that's really interesting.
I also took her death as a bit of my responsibility, and I know it was
Okay.
like Sneeg that was the one. Sneeg was the one that accidentally hit her in the crossfire. But as
Yeah.
soon as Panky had killed Pilly, I basically messaged Sneeg like, "Go for it, try to kill Panky."
I mean, I think Sneak would have.
It might have happened
Done that
anyway.
either
It
way,
might have
yeah,
happened
yeah, yeah.
anyway.
But
But
I understand that.
as king of the yellow faction, I want to take some level of responsibility.
Yeah, I was very angry yesterday. I think everything should not have happened. I was mad.
It was close. We were so close.
Yeah, close to one normal night.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you feeling after all of it? I didn't get a chance to ask because
Oh.
and then you sacrificed yourself. So
I didn't want
to
to waste no time because Ross was
Yeah, I
at
mean-
1. So, and I know there was still kind of some tension in the air. So if anything were to happen, I didn't want to resetting to 0.
Yeah, blinded by rage.
Mm.
But yeah, what are your thoughts now after the fact that another ball
Um.
now has gone south?
Well, another ball going south just means any future coming together plans are just always gonna have question marks about it.
Everyone's showing up with bows and arrows and hoping for the
Yeah,
best.
backup armor, golden
Yeah.
apples, the whole thing. But I don't know. I think really it just shows that there's just no way. I was hoping there would be, but there's just no way this whole realm can come together. At
Yeah,
this
I
point,
mean,
there's too many
yeah.
individuals and too many stories and too many perspectives, and they all have
Yes, yeah.
their own villains. They all have their own justice they want to seek out, and it's gone too deep, too far.
It's it's a weird one because it's like everyone has a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And when everybody has a reason to do something, they will always think they're in the right.
Yep.
But I wanted to ask you because after seeing yesterday, it reminded me of when. What?
What snail was
Did you-
that?
The...
That was a snail, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I just don't. I just.
math hallucination.
I just don't know which one. It just like sprung from my chest. Am I okay? Oh.
The side effects of sacrificing yourself.
This was it. Snail
Oh my
growths.
God. Oh my god.
Um.
Yesterday reminded me of something that I did forget to ask you about.
Mm.
Is obviously seeing you sacrifice yourself for Ross's life. And I remember back in January or December it was when you gave your life up. It was when Bad killed you, and there was all that talk about why you did it. And some people said it was because you just didn't want to. You did it because it was fun. Other people said you did it to sacrifice yourself for the red life. And I just wanted to ask you why you sacrificed yourself that time, because that was 2 lives you gave up.
Oh.
One to Bad and one to, well, the Pilly we used to know.
Yeah, so back when I gave my life, the main overall purpose, of course, give my life, give it to Red Faction. Boom. Yeah. It was kind of supposed to be twofold. So one hand, Red Faction, they get to keep their lives. It's not like they wanted to do this quest. It was kind of the quest, given to them, so they had very little choice in the matter. And then 2, by me simply just giving my life, it doesn't really create any enemies. It doesn't create that ongoing tension of like if they just simply trapped someone else and got them. I was just basically way back then was trying to hope to just break any cycle of hatred and revenge from starting.
And how did that work?
Well, it worked temporarily, maybe not even actually, because then right after me dying, there was all that misinformation, and then
yeah, by the people that you saved.
Yeah.
It was literally the people that I remember that time so clearly, and it was the people that you sacrificed yourself for were the ones that were using your death as a kind of gotcha.
Yeah,
And
so I
think that's what started it. You kind of were too kind, and other people took that for granted.
I should have seen it more coming, way back when. Man, I didn't even think about the fact that was already a few months ago.
Yeah, exactly, which is why, and I completely forgot about it until yesterday happened, and I thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah, you've done this before. This is not the first time. And that also got me thinking about how many times you have died.
Man, I guess I have died a decent amount, huh? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 times, 7 times.
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Would you still sacrifice yourself for people?
Oh.
If Ross loses another life, if Sneeg.
Oh yeah, if Sneeg lost a life, I would try to make a deal instantly.
Wow.
I do it because I can, Aimsey.
How many times are you going to be able to until there's like a permanent change? Are you not scared that one time when you die that it's not going to be the same and you're going to be stuck, or you're going to come back as something different?
Maybe you could just call me complacent, but it's been going on long enough to where I don't even think about it. Like, when you step out your door, do you think, "Oh man, today's gonna be the day I die"?
Well, I don't also offer myself up to die like you do.
Um,
That would only work if you weren't opening your door to a trap you've already set.
but
And that seems like you do it.
I guess me being with what I am, that is just as simple as, open the door and on to the next day kind of thing.
I I just don't want to see you return one time and you're not the same. It's one of those things. I mean, dying, you see dying as something so easy and simple, which is great, and I love that. But at the same time, does it not scare you a little bit that there is a 1% chance that you come back as something different?
um, you
Have you
know,
ever thought about that?
oh no, I've thought about it before. I thought about, what if this is it? What if something changes? I've certainly have had the thoughts, but I think most people, whether immortal, not immortal, half god, whatever, I think everyone has those thoughts eventually, like, what if this could be the day?
And if that day comes where you do turn into something different,
Mm.
would you want people to grant you mercy or would you want people to hunt you down?
Ooh. Yeah, this is a fun question.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one to think about because, if you come back one day and you're not the same foolish, would you want me to treat you the same way or would you want me to kill you to try and get you back?
Um, who knows, really? Could all just
See when it comes to
see when it comes to it, Let it
it.
play out a little bit. That's my favorite thing to do, Aimsey. Let it play
Oh.
out.
Oh, I see. You like the waiting game,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
long game.
Which
Do you not get bored? Like,
um, I try to keep myself busy or, try new things. So,
I see.
here I am with a kingdom,
Is
something
this
a
your
little
first time
new.
having a kingdom in all of these lives? Or have you had one
No.
before?
No,
No.
I've had one before, but this one's certainly different.
Good different or bad different?
No, I would say a good different for sure.
hmm hmm
Um,
Um, do you miss
yeah.
anything about any of your other lives, or are you just happy to still be going?
Mm, no, I think it's best just to keep on moving on.
The game of life.
Yep, an endless wander in these times.
Oh, how poetic. Uh, what do you live for, Foolish?
Oh man, are you part of Becky's journal list or?
No, the reason I'm asking is because I understand why so many people on this realm do what they do. I remember speaking with Bad, and he told me the reason he lives is for all of these different reasons. The reason he is who he is because of all of these reasons. And it's just got me thinking about why does anyone do anything? And I'm just curious as to why you keep going, even though it seems like the world is against you. You give your life up, and it gets twisted into some story, and people are against each other. You sacrifice yourself to the keepers, and I'm just curious why you carry on being a king.
um, and I'm certainly not perfect when it comes to this ideal or goal I have in mind, but I
Hmm.
think I think the best thing I try to do is just be a little beacon of light, perhaps. A
I
little
think, yeah.
a little, push for hope. And now
I th-
that
mhm.
hope in is, what exactly could hope be or hope in what or hope in some, I don't know. That's kind of up to the person, but I just hope by being there for them, that's something they can latch on to.
I think you do a very good job at filling that. I was very against the idea of a monarch. I've never liked the idea of a self-proclaimed king. Because there are reasons, but you very much are not you're nothing like any other king I've ever met. And I think
Mm.
that's the beauty of it, is everyone is different. and it's weird to have so many people drawn to you. You really are. Like, you really are the light. That's probably the best way to explain it. I mean, how many months has it been where the minute that anyone logs on, they run to the throne room because they know you'll be there? And it's, I don't know, everything has its opposites, and I guess you're the light. And that's nice. And I just hope that you don't lose that, though, because, you know, if you sacrifice yourself enough, you give all your lives up, and you aren't here anymore, what will this world turn into without its light?
You know
It'll
what?
go dim.
Maybe that's my answer to your question then. If there
What you
comes
live
a
for?
time
Mhm.
where, you know, I come back, I'm different, no longer a light for this world, maybe that's when it's my time to go.
I hope that when that time is, I hope it's good. And I hope that it's your choice.
Yeah.
Hey, we need you around. It's getting dark these days, okay? So you can't go anywhere yet. You know, we need you here, man. But no, that's a good answer. That's a good reason to live.
Speaking of, you know, light, and then of course there's got to be darkness too.
Yeah.
For this realm, I don't know if I have a perfect answer, because clearly we can't even get through one ball or two balls without killing each other.
Yeah.
So I'm a little
literally-
lost here right now with what
It's crazy. It really is like
there's just
I don't know.
there's a lot of personal grudges. There's in faction wars, there's personal wars, there's, well, sometimes they come together, personal faction wars. And I don't really see how this ends with everyone all happy together holding hands. Especially when there's a few people out there that want exactly not that.
you can say who you think. Yeah, no, there are definitely some individuals that they have their hands in the sandbox and they're just kind of forcing everyone else to play.
And I'm not
we
gonna
don't want to play.
Scramble around for the rest of my goddamn life trying to change that person.
Have you tried? You've tried that, it seems, or at least
So many different angles.
Yeah, I mean, what much more can you do? Gosh.
So I can't,
yeah.
you know, I can't really pin all the blame on him.
Really?
There's certainly a little bit of him that lives also inside of me.
Oh.
I have a few, you know, little spurts of wanting to see that chaotic side of things.
Yeah, I mean, I could have told you that.
Okay, I just wanted it to be clear that I'm not thinking I'm all mighty and above it all.
No. I very much know. You know, after that day of the chase, when I had to save you, I heard you laughing and giggling as if, because I know you could have easily stopped it if you really wanted to, but you liked it. You liked the chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it keeps things exciting. What else can you do when you've lived for long enough?
Get a little bored here and there. Limit testing never hurt nobody.
You're crazy. And so is he. Oh, man. Oh, this realm is literally gonna end with burning and fire, isn't it? And you both are gonna come out on top.
Well, you know, maybe it could be different.
Yeah? You think so? You think it's gonna end differently?
I think there's a chance.
No, I'll hold on to that chance.
And I think that's exactly one of the reasons I wanted to be king in the first place, was to be to be able to be a driving force for that cause. If I was simply just a wandering hermit that only built things, it would be a lot tougher. I would just kind of show up and everything's ablaze, and it's a little tougher to rally people together if I'm just alone on an island.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, from the start, I said, you know what? I'll try to be king and see if I can get this ship steering in the right direction.
How's that working for you?
Well, you know, It's pretty crazy ocean.
Yeah, the waves just keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be king of the realm. I am foolish, and I will be king of the realm.
Yep. It had a nice ring to it.
I've never heard that before. Oh my, oh my. Right, well, the waves are just gonna keep coming. I guess we just gotta stay afloat. I just wanted to ask you about that, and I'm glad that you were honest enough to talk to me.
No, I try my best to be honest.
Hmm.
Whether even sometimes maybe when I shouldn't be.
Yeah? You think sometimes honesty can get you killed?
Oh, it definitely has.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, before I go, actually, I do have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you regret? Like, you lived so long, and I mean, I have thousands of regrets, but I've not even lived half the life that you seem to have done.
Hmm. Regrets. Mm, there's certainly a few.
Would you, what would you, like, if you were offered the chance to go back and change it all, would you?
Hmm. I think. I think it's a little too naive to think that way.
Just gotta keep moving forward.
Just keep moving forward.
All right, I'll try and adopt that philosophy.
On to the
Sometimes I get
next
so
one.
riddled. Yeah, I get so riddled with the thoughts of what I wish I could change, but I guess I just need to kind of pick up a bit of what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Gosh. You got this. Thank you
Oh,
for the talk. I'll see you soon.
actually, I have one question for you.
Oh, go ahead.
What's anything come from this warden business? Because I'm
Oh.
quite intrigued with that.
I'm not. No, this is weird. It's not usually that the questions are flipped on me.
Mm.
um. Uh. Yeah. I. The. It's a weird one. If you truly want to know, um, the reason. I mean, if you remember, me and Pilly died on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
The original Pilly.
Yeah.
And we both came back very different. I mean, I came back knowing who I was. Pilly came back as a different soul.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is the keepers brought me back with the skulk to kind of
Oh,
test a combat to the corruption. And it worked.
okay.
It's the reason my memories were still intact, according to the keepers, is because the skulk helped me.
Oh, that's intriguing.
Yeah, but since then, uh, it's been a bit difficult because like me and Sneak had to kill 10 wardens.
Mm-hmm.
We had to we ate some skulk catalysts.
As one does.
And as one does, keepers say eat, we say how many.
Uh-huh.
And now me and Sneak are kind of just having to wait until we were able to collect all of the dragon shards for us to continue. But hopefully I'll be back to normal soon. According
Okay.
to the keepers. Unsure yet, but right now I'm kind of dealing with this rotten body.
So the plan was to just initially fight off the memory losses with Warden Skulkin, and
Yeah,
then
I guess.
reverse the effects afterwards, and then just hopefully
Yeah.
back to normal you.
Yeah, I think Sneak kind of got corrupted by investigating with his own skulk stuff, so the keepers brought us both together.
Mm.
And since then, me and Sneak have both been curing things and getting a bit more corrupted and all that. But I'm sure it will all be okay.
You know what? Now that question has me with another question. One that
Oh, go ahead.
one that you hit towards me. I see.
Okay.
You're also one heart, just like me. Do you have any worries with that?
I mean, it's a weird one because before I died the first time properly, I died 10 times on
Oh,
this server.
wow.
And then eventually got reset because the keepers granted me that mercy.
Mm.
And the sad thing is, I was hoping that that would finally be my actual death, but the keepers brought me back because, of course, they did. And I was still the same me.
Mm.
But I guess now I have a better understanding of why I'm back because they've given me a purpose, and that's kind of all I was searching for in my previous life. I
Hmm.
used to study necromancy, so I'm very used to this life and death kind of situation.
Ah, I see.
And I guess now I just, if I lose my last life, I want it to be something epic. I want it to be used. I want it to be good. I want it to be a
Oh.
death that I can be proud of and happy. And I guess I just want it to be worth something.
You know what? I
And
like
then I'll be
that.
happy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you die so much, I guess at that point it just becomes a question of, hey, how can I make this cool? So yeah, if I do lose my last life, I I'm hoping it stays that way, and I get to finally rest.
Hmm. You know what? I wish you an epic death whenever the time comes.
And I hope that you have an epic continuation of all of your lives to come. Yeah, I hope the rot doesn't get me first. And you know what? When the time comes, if it's really needed, I hope you are able to maybe put me out my misery.
Hmm.
Just in case. I think
Well,
there's nothing more poetic than life itself taking my last life.
just let me know, Aimsey.
All right, I will. I got so much more to do first, though. I've got two hands, and they're all stuck in this corruption business. So I'll solve this first, and then I'll come back to you.
Hmm.
All
Come
right,
on.
well.
You're not allowed to die until at least this realm's completely on fire.
Oh yeah, well, I'll be crawling up. The leaders of the realm, me, you, and Bad, crawling up, watching the fire.
Uh-huh.
That's what we burn together.
Man, you know what? Well, no, I probably shouldn't say that, but
What? What were you gonna say?
I mean, it'd certainly be an interesting way to end this journey.
What? The leaders watching everyone else burn,
Well,
and then burning.
just the world, maybe not the people. That's a little more gruesome than it needs to be.
We kind of made some connections. Man.
Maybe this whole thing wasn't meant to work out from the start.
I guess it's just a question of how much we can push this until everyone's on fire. I think we have some time.
Ooh, wait, that is it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Screw this whole piece and like get everyone to work together. How long can we move along this dumpster fire we got? Okay, you know what? I like that.
We're straining the world, basically, and just seeing it until it completely erupts, like a volcano.
Yeah.
We're throwing things into it and waiting for it to erupt, and then we're like, oh no, who did this? No, oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the world's gonna, it feels like the world's leaning towards that it's gonna catch on fire anyway. We may as well not be shocked when it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we can do. I'm kind of racking my brain, and like I said, I'm kind of rotting at the moment, so I may as well accept that I'm not going to be satisfied anyway. So we'll just watch as it burns.
What if there is something we can do?
Oh,
Okay, and
talk
this
to me.
could also maybe solve a long grudge of mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, what if it's possible to trap someone in the knoll?
Huh.
I wouldn't. I'm not saying it would
it
solve
would-
all of our problems.
It would be a very horrid existence, I'll tell you that. But
Damn, that'd be such a shame for that person.
I think we have. It's rotten work, but
Rotten work for a rotten person.
yeah, and I guess I think it's due time. I think it's needed. And like I said, the null is a horrid existence, but it's worth a try.
Maybe he'll take pleasure in that horrid world.
Yeah, maybe he'll come out better. Or even worse. We can definitely, I mean, after maybe midway through the Keeper statue build, and once I've gotten this rotten corruption fixed, we could think of a way of maybe using the null to our advantage. Because I mean, if we're able to wield the null, or at least understand it more,
Yeah.
it'd be best for us both if we figure it out first. Because I don't want it to be in the hands of him.
I tried to experiment with it. Well, not like.
Oh yeah.
Well, like part of the deal originally was gonna be I give up a life for Ross, and then also I'll spend some time with the Knoll since they wanted to know more about it, but they didn't care in testing it on me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's mostly because the limits for you are different. You always come back. This is somebody like me, it's more of a risk, and there's nothing more fun than testing something that there is a risk of it going wrong. And they admitted that to me. It's easier to scalpel and dissect something that is, I guess, able to die, I suppose. But I'm all for it. I love being needed.
Oh, wow. That's lovely. You're gonna die.
Wow, that's
Huh?
What?
TP. What? TP?
What?
How do we TP?
Where?
I don't know. Oh no, not again.
What have we
Admins?
done?
Wait. In the void. Log out! Log out!
Log out! All devil!
Oh.
Wait, where are you?
How did she get into the void?
Bro, we're over here talking about the Null and suddenly Ross is going through the horrors as if folk found in kitchen. Oh my god. This. It's so funny how both me and you have given our life to Ross. And this is Ross who finds every possibility to be in the void. Where are you? Oh, she's hard work.
In forest. Okay.
Great! As if there's not 1,000! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, she's gonna be the death of me.
Yeah.
I've got wrinkles. I've got wrinkles.
Me and you both, maybe.
Me and you both. Maybe that's the true ending of this. Oh my, right. I'm gonna go try and salvage whatever's happening over there. I'll speak to you soon, okay? Thank you for talking with me.
Yeah, it was a fun talk. See ya.
Bye-bye.